And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hopefully you are enjoying your day. Saturday here, May the 2nd. It is warming up, but not quite warm enough for a t-shirt today, so I got to put on the old jacket. Got a project going on here I want to talk to you about. But as we get ready for our gardening season, we got lots going on in the greenhouse. But my big project for the day, not big project, but it's a project I have to get done before we get our blueberry bushes planted outside. I'm putting up an electric fence. We woke up this morning and we had 7 deer on the front lawn, 4 deer on the back lawn, enjoying all this nice green grass we got coming up. So before we put the bushes in and get them destroyed overnight, I thought I would kind of bring you along with my little project of putting up this electric fence. So far so good, and I got the posts in, and I thought I would just show you where we're going to be putting it. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, so just to give you a reference, there's the garden area. And I come along, then behind it is where I'm putting up the electric fence. Last summer I planted 4 apple trees, 2 Gala and 2 Cortland apple trees. They survived the winter. We've just done the first pruning of them. And yeah, we had deer all winter here on the property. I did manage to find them. I didn't do too much damage to them. So yeah, they're starting to bud. So before we have a chance of inviting our deer in to destroy these, let me back up a little bit for you. I've made this area that encompasses both the apple trees and the blueberry plants. And it's basically 38 by 38 is the area. So I'm just going to be putting the wire in. And I'll show you how these clips go. And this whole system is quite easy once you get it going up. Get it up and get an understanding as to the components needed. But yeah, these T-frame posts and these clips here, they just snap right over these posts like nothing, and they hold it in place. And now I'm just going to start running the wire around. But what I'm going to do, I do have to come in here with a lawnmower, and cut the grass. I don't want it to get too overgrown, especially on the bottom where I'm going to have one line running on the bottom, about 8 inches up off the ground to keep the small animals out. But I've created this 5-foot kind of gate area that I can put up, the gate handles so I can go in and out. And that'll be used just so I can get the zero turn in there and cut the grass. And if I got to take a wheelbarrow, even that new trailer I got, that my Winland Mills multi-lander trailer, I could still pull in there if I needed to with a load of mulch and drive around in there. So yeah, it's coming along pretty good. So I'm just expecting the solar powered unit to be delivered today by Amazon. So if I can get the wire up and get it all in place, and all I'd have to do is just put the grounding rod in, hook up the power unit, and get it charged up. So stay tuned. We'll get this thing all up and running, and we will be able to get these blueberry bushes out of the greenhouse because they're starting to kind of really bud, and we need to get them in the ground and get them outside. So stay tuned. This is a fun project. So I'm just running this line about 8 inches off the ground from my first line to keep the small animals out of it, because we do have a lot of raccoons and porcupines around here. But you know what? When I first started this project, never done it before, you're kind of confused and reluctant as to how do you start it and how does this thing work. But I just find if you just take your time and you do your research, talk to people, get on the old YouTube University that answers all your questions, and you get a real sense of pride when you get the project finished that you did it. You didn't have to pay anybody to do it. And hopefully it works. So I'm going to run my hot wire, so to speak. I've started on this corner, and I'm kind of looping this wire around to kind of keep it locked in so it doesn't lose its, strength on it. It keeps the line nice and tight. But I'm going to stop it here because this is going to be the gate. So the wire starts here, runs all the way around, comes to this post. that'll be charged up. And now I have some handles I got to create, the gate handles, which will come from this post, and I'll create a loop that I can put the handles, and I'll show you once we get it going. They'll just loop into here to keep this, I guess, the circuit continuous. It doesn't break it. And when I need to come into the area, they're plastic handles. You can just reach, unhook it, place it on the ground, or you can turn the unit off, whichever you prefer. And that'll allow me access in. And when I'm finished, I just have to put the handles back on, create that complete circuit, and turn the unit back on or leave it on. I'll have to see how this works. But yeah, it's starting to take shape. I'm kind of really thinking now that you go 8 inches, maybe go the first maybe 12 to keep the foxes out or whatever, and I can put another 20 inches and go right up to the top, because deer can jump over this no problem. But I guess the higher I make it, it'll probably maybe distract them from jumping over, because they can't land on the other side without hitting the tree. So I'm a deer expert, but I really want to keep these buggers out. So that's it for now. That's going to be the first row. I'll tie this off, I'll cut it, and I'll start again. I'll go around the second. I'll work my way up to the top, and then once I get all that done, then well, that's about as much as I can do today. Everything is up. Poles are in, insulators are in and double checked. And just to kind of give you an idea of the gate, you can see the handles. And all you basically do is when you want to come in, you just grab the plastic handle. Where are we here? Just pull it off the wire, and that breaks the circuit between the gates. You can walk in safely, and when you're finished, you just hook it back onto the wire, and away you go. So we'll see how that works out. But I've gone around and just double checked all the connections, and I've protected them just with a bit of tape so nothing can kind of, break free and start touching these T-bar poles. That went in pretty good. But yeah, everything's tied off, and now I'm just going to go get myself some survey tape and hang it from the wires, just so it's a reminder when you're close to the area you'll see it. And I'm sure I'll walk into this. I'll soon I'll let you know if that ever happens. But yeah, since we're far away from the house, not far away, but we're probably a couple hundred feet. It's gonna be difficult to get a hose out this way to keep these trees and bushes watered. So what I've done is I've gone out, got an IBC tote right here, and it's just sitting outside the fence. And I'm gonna fill that with pond water. I'll pick it up with a tractor, take it down to the pond, which is just, I don't know if you can see it, but it's about, I don't know, 100 feet past that fence over there. So I'll fill it up with pond water, bring it over, and I'll just hook it up with a hose and just use gravity, and I'll be able to water these apple trees and the blueberries all summer without having to worry about extending hoses from the house and trying to water it. So that'll be a convenient way this year. And other than that, yeah, still waiting for the solar powered unit. So once that gets hooked up, I'll do a test tomorrow. I have an actual tester to test to make sure that all the lines are charged all the way around, including the gate. And then when that's done, I'll do a final recap and call this project done. But can't say it's done yet until I get that powered hookup. Stay tuned. Been a great project. Okay, so let me back up a little bit for you. So the whole fence is up. Today is now Sunday. It's now Sunday morning. But yesterday I got everything all put in. All I needed was the solar powered unit to kind of see if it was all in place and working. Get all the tools put away, walking in the house, and guess who shows up? My Amazon driver. However, it's no big deal. Start a new day off, so I thought I would just kind of show you the unit that I purchased. As I said, it's the Gallagher S12 model. And this one is good for a 4-mile radius fence. And that's the unit there, solar powered. I have nowhere near even that. I can think with all the cable I got up, it might be 38, 60. I probably have maybe 600 feet out there. So I'm well within half a mile. And they say you only really need one grounding rod for every half a mile of fencing. Was I reading that right? So I'm going to just try going with the one grounding rod just to see how things are. I'll test all around the fence here shortly. But if I need another couple of grounding rods, they say you should put them about 10 feet apart. and join them together. So yeah, so let's get it hooked up. I haven't got it charged yet. I'm just letting it. They say you're supposed to let it sit out in the open daylight for a full day before you actually turn the unit on, so you get a full charge. I'm just going to hook it up, do a quick test to see if all the lines are running current. I got no breaks, and we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Let's move this out of the way. So I have turned the unit on. As you can see, there's a little green light flashing on the front of it there. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Get a bit closer. There you go. Anyways, got it hooked up, and I've got this tester here. Let's put it on camera to show you. There you go. And I've gone around, and all 4 lines, I'm almost up to 7,000 volts. Oh, look, speaking of wildlife. Okay. God. Anyways, there's my tester. And that tells me all the lines are current, and I got charging all around, including the gate. So I'm happy with this. Happy with the project, the way it turned out. Now let's just see how we make out after we get the blueberry bushes in. We'll probably do that tomorrow, I guess. We got some heavy rains coming in this afternoon, so we'll wait till it's a bit drier and more enjoyable to be out here. But yeah, so there you go. A DIY project off the list. On to the next one. So thanks for joining me along with this one. It's been fun. I guess in total, by the time I got it marked out, put the posts in, the clips, the wire, I would say it was probably 5 or 6 hours in total to put this up by myself. Look at this. Get the fence put up. At least I got 5 of these little rabbits running around the property this morning. Guess they want to come and test out my fence. Looks like a whole family of jackrabbits running around here today. There's 4 of them. Looks like we're having a family domestic here. So this morning on the property we've had, I don't know, a dozen deer, these 3 rabbits, a fox, 2 porcupines, and a couple of eagles flying over top. The joys of living out in the country.